By now, all businesses, especially tech ones, know that data is king. But the tricky part is not just interpreting the data, but also getting your hands on it in the first place. That's where web scraping comes into the picture, with the best providers offering not only proxies, but entire ecosystems with the best web scraping tools. So today, I'll show you 3 market-leading providers, review their powerful tools, and give examples of the most popular use cases. Now, why and how did I choose the 3 providers I'm about to cover? The answer's pretty simple. From my team's real-world experience, we quickly saw that some of our projects demanded juggling multiple tools and wrestling with integrations, issues that half-baked proxy solutions just couldn't solve. That's why the providers that we chose for this video, Oxylabs, Decodo, and Webshare, stood out. They bring complete systematic approaches to any web scraping project you might undertake. APIs for AI-powered data parsing and access to ready-to-use datasets are just a couple of the tools they provide to support your web scraping efforts. So if you're already sold on getting a proxy, you won't need to look beyond these 3 providers, because each offers top-quality solutions built right into their web scraping systems. Let's start with Oxylabs to see the tools it offers as a contender for the best proxy for web scraping, including a massive IP pool and high success rates. For starters, Oxylabs Web Scraper API is worth paying attention to. With it, you can automatically handle site requests and bypass CAPTCHAs and various other blocks. It's extremely useful for e-commerce, SERP, and LLM monitoring, AI development, and other similar use cases requiring automation and the handling of many requests. API Playground is where you can test the functionality of Oxylabs scrapers for web data extraction. It's a browser-based testing environment you can access from a dashboard. Here, you can easily insert a URL or search query and set parameters like scraper source and geolocation. And you can also enable parsing and JavaScript rendering if necessary. One of Oxylabs' Web Scraper API highlights is the headless browser that can simulate human-like behavior like scrolling, clicking, and loading content on a page. It's also the perfect environment for testing. You can utilize it with no GUI, which greatly boosts the performance since it skips heavy processes like displaying visual elements. So if you want to test logins and other lightweight operations that don't require rendering a GUI, Oxylabs' headless browser creates the perfect environment for that. Another feature that caught my eye in the API Playground was the pre-made code samples. You can use these to freely test the API and simulate tackling challenging targets. It's a great way to test and verify things without investing too much of your time, which my team appreciated a lot. And if you're interested in integrating AI tools with web data sources, Oxylabs Web Scraper API also supports seamless integration with various AI platforms. So lots of features. Now, Oxylabs pricing, although not the cheapest, is still pretty flexible. There are many plans to choose from, and you can basically build your own plan based on your individual needs. Also, just want to flag that the Web Scraper includes an unlimited free trial with up to 2,000 scraped URLs and 10 requests per second. So why not give it a shot with no strings attached? Check the link below for more details. But that's not all Oxylabs has to offer. Another tool I want to highlight is Web Unblocker, which is comprised of several features for handling multiple block-free scraping processes, with automatic proxy type management, dynamic browser fingerprinting, and automatic retries. You'll evade CAPTCHA, IP restrictions, and other anti-bot challenges. This is further complemented by built-in proxy rotation, which continuously pulls fresh IPs from the largest pool in the market, without you needing to manage infrastructure. Simple integration is another subtool in this trifecta that makes things more streamlined and less complex. With Oxylabs, you can easily integrate your existing code, and it only takes one API request to sync. Yes, you heard me right, only one API request. And speaking of making things less complex, Oxy Copilot is a game changer. It's an AI designed for scraper, parser, and browser instruction building without coding, just utilizing prompts. It saves time, money, and energy, so definitely try that one out. Oxylabs has other, less flashy, but still important tools too. If your project focuses on video data scraping, for example, Oxylabs has 2 solutions to make it easier. The Video Data API, a structured, scalable metadata collection, and pre-collected video data for analytics or LLM training. By the way, if all this sounds like a dream to you, I've got good news. You can get a free trial on Oxylabs' website with a nice discount via the link below. Next up in my best web scraping tools lineup is Decodo, which in my opinion is one of the most flexible providers on the market. If I had to describe our experience testing it, I could do it in 2 words: developer first. There are multiple reasons why, but it all boils down to feature set. For example, Decodo's all-in-one web scraping API grants you the freedom to handle requests, retries, and data extraction however you want. There's a universal option, or you can pick out a specific target in the ready-made scrapers list dashboard, like social media sources or AI tools, and go with it instead. The number of parameters you can tinker with depends on the plan you choose though. We tested the advanced one, which we found impressive. The core plan supports HTML output only, while with the advanced version, we could output multiple formats, plus JavaScript rendering. My recommendation here would be to go with the advanced version if you want complete flexibility. The best part is the advanced plan doesn't cost a fortune. And yes, I have a discount for this one too. Click the link below if you want to check it out. But that's not all Decodo has to be proud of. It also has started implementing AI tools into its arsenal, including first and foremost, its AI parser. Pulling data from a website has never been easier. You don't even need to code anymore. You can just describe what you need in plain English, and it'll automatically extract and structure the data so it's ready for you to use. Furthermore, there are dedicated tools for enterprise-level data collection, for AI training, or automation. So if you're looking for tools to scrape at scale, you'll be able to build these data sets for businesses with Decodo's web scraping API. Plus, training AI agents and tools with real-time data is feasible too, thanks to the same API and its built-in tools like reliable high-speed proxies and a video downloader. And if workflow automation like N8N integration piques your interest, you'll be able to do that as well. However, if you're not interested in automation or web scraping tools for AI data collection, you'll probably appreciate another Decodo solution for scraping. They're templates. You can choose a pre-built setup for common targets without having to lift a finger. While this is definitely great, what's even better is that these more than 100 templates are also supported by extensive documentation. So if you ever want to learn more or need to adjust something, you'll have all the know-how at your fingertips. And while we're on this topic, we were also blown away by all Decodo's learning resources. It's packed with both video tutorials and step-by-step written instructions. So kudos to Decodo here for making web scraping more accessible. Now, I know I started out saying this video was going to focus on providers offering more than just simple proxy solutions, but I couldn't resist including Webshare here. Why? Because it makes web scraping just so incredibly accessible without much complexity. And it's also incredibly beginner-friendly, with its guides, tutorials, and tools like static residential proxies with reliable and diverse IP addresses that make your traffic look organic. They're excellent if you want steady access to websites that are sensitive to repeated requests or IP changes. If this all sounds great, you already know what to do. Click the link in the description for a significant discount. Another great option is rotating residential proxies, which assign a new IP address with each request. This makes them ideal for large-scale projects that need constant access to multiple pages, helping you avoid blocks and remain unnoticed. Or if you're looking for a fast, stable, and really affordable solution, data center proxies are worth considering. Their performance is good for tasks that aren't IP sensitive. And you can test these out for free with Webshare's generous 10 proxies free trial. You don't even need to put your credit card details down for this one either. All right, so what are my thoughts on these 3 providers? Oxylabs is the best option in my opinion, due to its sheer amount of tools and features, and because it's got the largest IP pool on the market. Decodo is a close second. Its flexibility, documentation, and adaptability are highlights for me. And Webshare takes 3rd place. In my opinion, it's fantastic for beginners because of what it offers, but Oxylabs and Decodo just have more tools to scale your project to heights never seen before. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.